Peace and love, family. Welcome to Flowing with Fluid. My name is Miss Fluid, and today we are going to be doing a hamstring focused practice. So, if you're feeling real tight on the back of your legs, this practice is perfect for you. We're going to start by just getting acclimated to our seat, to our mat, to our sounds, and everything around us. So, just take a moment to take in the sounds, to notice the sounds in our room that we are sitting in, and also notice some of the sounds of the jungle that are coming from this video. Take note of the sounds from the distance, the sounds that are close to us. And let's take note of our breath and strive to breathe even more deeply, allowing the belly to expand as we inhale and allowing the chest, ribs, and belly to fall as we exhale. And we're just going to invite some gentle movement into our neck by looking left and looking right. Slow and controlled. And whenever you're ready, we can find our way to center. Inhale as we look up. Exhale as we drop the chin to the chest. Moving at the pace of our own breath. Matching one breath per movement. Find our way to center. We're going to draw small circles in the air with our nose. Go ahead and go in the opposite direction. Find our way to center. Go ahead and just do some shoulder rolls back. Loosen up those shoulders. Shoulder rolls forward. And we're going to find our way into cat-cow, into tabletop position. So wrists are directly underneath the shoulders. Knees are directly underneath the hips. Inhale as we arch the back and lift the head up. Exhale as we round the back, dropping the chin to the chest. Continuing to flow at the pace of our own breath. Matching one breath per movement. Find our way to a neutral spine. We're going to shift the weight over to the right and then send that left knee up and around in a circle. Go ahead and go in the opposite direction. Bring the leg back and then around to the front. Go ahead and place that leg down. Do a nice little wiggle, allowing your gaze to meet your glutes. And then we're going to swap to the opposite side. Go ahead and lift the right knee up and around in a circle. Go ahead and go in the opposite direction. Go ahead and place that knee down and maybe adjust a little bit if you need to. We're just going to send our whole body around in a circle. And we can leave this more at the top, more on the shoulders, or we can bring our glutes all the way back to our heels and then come back forward, hinging forward at the top. Go ahead and find your way to center. Send the knees out wide, bring the feet together, and exit into child's pose. Go ahead and inhale right back up into tabletop position. We're going to curl the toes under, lift the hips up and back for down dog. We can pedal the feet here, just waking up the hamstrings a little bit. Bending one knee at a time to send that stretch to one leg at a time. Go ahead and straighten both legs. Send the chest towards the thighs and the heels towards the ground. And we're just going to walk and stretch. So we'll step forward, stretch back. Step forward, send the hips back. Stretch forward, send them back again. Our goal is to get to stretch with our heel on the mat. If you need to lift the hands up a little bit more, feel free to do that. We're going to bring both feet side by side and rest here in our forward fold. We're going to slowly roll up like a rag doll, allowing each vertebrae to rise at a time. Inhale the arms up at the top. Palms to touch. Exhale, heart center. 2 more rounds here. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, heart center. 1 more breath here. Inhale. Exhale to heart center. And we're going to go right back down. So inhale the arms up wide. Exhale the hands out wide, keeping the back straight until we reach the bottom. Then release the head and hands. On your next inhale up into flat back. And flat back, we're hugging our shoulder blades together as if we have a ball in between our shoulder blades that we're pressing. And gazes down towards the ground. We're just going to feel this stretch for a little bit because this is also stretching our hamstring. And just take time to really notice that flat back and strive to have a neutral spine. It's as if we have a string on our whole spine that connects us back and forward, pulling us in a straight line. And on your next exhale down into that forward fold. We're going to step back and forward just like how we walk the hands up. So you step back, lean back, step back again, lean back again, step back one another time, lean back into that stretch, and just keep inching back and back and back. And you'll definitely feel this in your hamstring and in your calf muscles if your calf muscles are tight. And the goal here is to stretch all of that out until you get to a down dog. And then from the down dog, you're going to walk right back forward. So we're inching and stretching with each inch forward. We're going to do this 4 more times. And then really feel that down dog once you get back to the down dog. If you need to rest, you can rest in a child's pose for a moment, but we're only doing 2 more. So we can also take this as a time to challenge ourselves. Because even though it may seem like it's hard, it's not that hard. It's doable. It may be hard, but it's possible. And everything that's worth doing is going to challenge us a little bit. That's how we know we're growing and expanding. 1 more. Then once you get back to down dog, Feel that down dog one more time and feel how much looser your hamstrings probably feel from when you first did this down dog. And we go ahead and come into a plank. Allow the knees to come down to the mat. We can sit on our knees, or if this is not comfortable, feel free to bring your feet in front of you. But we're going to be coming right back into tabletop. And I just want to allow us some time to give our wrists a little break. So just rotate the wrist in and out. All right, we can flop the wrist forward. We can flop the wrist back. All right, go ahead and place the hands down, back into our tabletop position. Now, if you need to stay in tabletop, feel free to do that. You can still do this from tabletop position. We can also come back into our down dog, which will stretch our hamstring even more. Lift the right leg up to the sky. Bend that knee to give our hip a nice little stretch. And then we're going to send that leg through to our hands and place the back knee down. So, coming into our runner stretch, placing the hands on the inside of the legs and really feeling that stretch, allowing the hips to hinge forward. Then we're going to walk the hands back, placing them on either side of the leg and come back into half split. Now, while we're in half split, I have my right leg forward. My left hip wants to go back a little bit. We're going to bring that left hip forward so that our hips are square. And with our hips square, we'll feel that stretch on the back of the leg a little bit more. And we want our foot to be flexed. So we're going to be here and then walk right back up into runner stretch. And we can keep both hands on either side of the foot. Stretch out the inside of our hip here. And then walk right back into half split. Check in and make sure that our hips are square so that we can really feel that. If you need to come back further, you can come back further. Find whatever placement is good for you. And continue to flow at your own free will. This is about us finding our own rhythm in yoga, our own pace, finding that balance, that comfortable place between effort and surrender, listening and honoring the body, and also challenging the body. When we come forward into the runner stretch, we just want to make sure that our knee is not coming over our big toe. We want about a 90 degree in that front leg before we hinge forward. Just do a couple more on this side. Stretch out this hamstring a little bit more. And then we'll switch to the other side. All right, go ahead and come back into our runner stretch just so that we can place that right heel back. We're back in our tabletop position. So again, if you want to go into your runner stretch and half split flow from here, feel free to do that. If you would like to stretch your hamstrings a little bit more through the down dog and also open up that hip, feel free to come into down dog. Feel that a little bit. Float the left heel to the sky. Open up that hip by bending the knee and sending that foot to the opposite side. And whenever you're ready, Send that knee forward. Send that foot forward. Place the back knee down. And then really feel that runner stretch. Checking your alignment, making sure that that the knee is not coming over the big toe. And then back into that runner stretch, squaring out the hips, flexing the foot, and flowing here at our own pace. I'm just going to do a couple more this side. Well, one more runner stretch and one more half split. And go ahead and come back forward towards that runner stretch and just place that back knee back. Place both hands flat, palms flat, fingertips are spread. Go ahead and just let your gaze meet your glutes on each side, doing a little crunch on each side. Alright, and we're just going to find our way down to the mat. However feels most comfortable for you. Take a moment here. Nice deep breath, a full exhale. And then we can bring our knees to our chest, giving ourselves a nice big hug. Expressing gratitude for the love that we just gave to ourselves. Maybe you want to stay here. Maybe you want to go into happy baby, grabbing the outside of the legs or the big toe. Or outside of the feet or big toe. Rock side to side to give our back a nice little massage. Come to center. Go ahead and place the feet and the legs down for Shavasana and rest. The hands down as well. Palms up to feel more lifted. Palms down to feel more grounded. And as we come into our final rest of today's practice, remember that the past and the future do not exist in this moment. All that actually exists is right here and right now. Let's give gratitude to this moment and gratitude to each breath. Let's start to call our attention to our breath and back to our body. We wiggle the fingertips, wiggle the toes. Deepen the breath. And whenever you're ready, you can roll over to one side using your arm as a pillow. And whenever you're ready, you can gently press yourself up into a seated position. We're going to close out with a collective breath. So whenever you're ready, go ahead and inhale the arms up. Palms to touch. Full exhale out the mouth. Hands to heart center. Thank you for practicing with me today. I hope that you got exactly what you needed. And I bow before you saying Ubuntu. I am because you are. Thank you. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Let me know in the comments how you feel after doing this practice. If there was anything that you loved about the practice, anything that you didn't necessarily love about the practice, but anything that you felt you needed, even if you didn't want to do it. So, yes, I will see y'all next week. All right. Peace.